All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dow here. Well, will there be civil war in the United States of America? Because right now, if the federal government doesn't make any moves whatsoever at all, they literally lose all respect, all power, and all of authority against the state of Texas. Now, what's happening? Many of you already know. Governor Greg Abbott, and I just so happen to support Greg Abbott along with other 25 other states. So now we have, instead of the United States of America, we have the divided states of America. Well, you know just well as I do, you got people like New York and Chicago and Washington, D.C. all declare themselves, including California, sanctuary cities. Well, when Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott started busing all these illegal immigrants or migrants, they keep changing their names every couple of years. I don't know, I guess they're going to get it right one day. And when they start busing all these people to their particular states, all of a sudden they don't want them no more. Connecticut don't want them. Rhode Island don't want them no more. All of a sudden they were all for open borders and everything else, and people coming over and carrying on and all this other stuff. Then when you start sending them to these states, all of a sudden we can't handle these people. These people are taxing our economy and blase. What do you think about Greg Abbott and all them? Greg Abbott has done put up Constantino wire that they keep calling razor wire. But he's done put up Constantino wire all along that border and stuff. And of course, the Joe Biden administration, which we all know is the most iconic, buffoonic administration that we have ever seen in the history of the United States of America. I have never seen a dumber administration or a dumber president before ever in my life. I know, look, listen. There's a difference between animals and humans. An animal would never allow the weakest one in the nation to be the leader of the pack. They would never allow the weakest one in the pack to ever be the leader. Now you got to ask yourself a question: how in the hell did that happen? Because we know that he is not no leader. See, there's a difference in between being elected and selected. But anyway, let's go on with it. So Greg Abbott has doubled down. Biden gave him, and the administration of Biden gave him, listen, you got one day to take down that wire and stuff. If not, then what? Well, Greg Abbott doubled down. He put more border security. He had gotten more Constantino wire, razor wire, and put it up. And now you got 25 states that signing on with Texas. Hey, man, we're joining with you in solidarity. And if we need to send military force and aid to help you, mind you, this year, you've been hearing a lot about Joe Biden, a.k.a. Edward Longshanks, flexing. You're not going to be able to fight a war with the government. You're going to need an F-15. You're going to need, he ain't going to do nothing. But anyway, he never did nothing. He just one of these people right here. But anyway, and then they got a movie coming out this year that's actually showing some type of civil discord or civil war all in this republic right here, right? Man, it's getting ugly, isn't it? It's getting really ugly. Well, I really truly don't blame Greg Abbott for putting a halt as best as he can. And of course, they're trying to capitalize on people drowning and dying. Well, people drown and people die every damn day. They do that anyway over foolishness and stupid stuff. But listen, the United States of America is not the United Invited States of America where everybody who wants to come to this country, come. If you got a nation without borders, then you don't have a nation. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm under no illusion whatsoever at all. I realize that we are the revived Roman Empire. I get it. Most of you who listen to me, you get it. You understand the history of it. The Christians got it all wrong concerning the Bible. Matter of fact, they got it so wrong that all the ones that claim to be right and they claim to be some type of authority or theologian and stuff, none of them will sit down and have a civil discussion with me whatsoever at all. You know the reason why? Because they don't want your minds hearing the truth. They don't want the invitation of truth to come to your minds, because then you will be able to see them for what they really truly are. You know, there's nothing worse than someone who holds the truth in unrighteousness and who hides it from the general populace, especially if they have a need to know. Let people make their own choices and decisions without you picking and choosing what they are going to hear and not hear. Give them the truth. That's the reason why we're here. I'm a man of truth. I don't duck and dodge any debate. I don't duck and dodge any civil discourse. Now, of course, I do have parameters, because if I don't put limitations on, or if I don't put prerequisites up here as far as debate and stuff, next thing you know, I'll have every little self-appointed preacher and teacher and theologian and whatever it is want to debate me. So I try to sweeten the pot a little bit to see if people are serious, and guess what? Ain't nobody serious. Nobody seems to want to put their money where their mouth is. I usually say, man, you theologians, all you people, man, let's get out here and get it done. Let's find out. But anyway, this video is about this unsecured border right here. And are we going to be able to see civil war in this country? Is it coming? Is it going to happen? Is there going to be firing? Is it going to be bloodshed? I don't know. Get your popcorn and stay tuned. We're going to see, though. But I know what Abbott ain't moving. And I don't blame Texas. And now you got 25 other states, probably the southern boys, huh? You know, Tennessee was one and one. That's the reason why they got the volunteer state name, because they volunteered to go to the Alamo. But I can tell you one thing, this is getting ready to get ugly in a nutshell. Will the government raise up arms against the state of Texas? And will the rest of the states that are supporting Abbott, will they come to his rescue with military might and firepower? Wow. Could this be the beginning of the end of America? We already see that we're in a social and economic and a moral decline. We're decaying. We're spiritually bankrupt. We're naturally bankrupt. We're physically bankrupt. We're bad off as a country. You know just as well as I do that we are bad off as a country. It's going to be pretty nice to see exactly what's really, truly going to take place, isn't it? Get your popcorn and let's take a chance and let's just sit up here and see exactly what's really going on. I think Abbott is going to continue to hold his position. I think we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I'm going to keep my eyes glued to the social media platform, not mainstream, because they like spinning stuff and lying all over the place, especially that dang wicked woman over at MSNBC. Why would anybody want to listen to a black woman that has got her hair bobbed off and painted blonde in the first place?